Muttiah Muralidaran, thank you so much for being with us here on Mirror Now. And young man, thank you very much, Madhur Mittal, playing Mr. Muralidaran. Mr. Muralidaran from Sri Lanka and Candy, you're from Agra.
Yes, ma'am.
An interesting story. You know, Mr. Muralidaran, when I was coming here to interview you, my friends and family and my colleagues were a little worried. They said, you are going to interview one of the best bowlers in the world. Have you even seen a single cricket match in your life? I said, I haven't, but I know that Mr. Muralidaran has a fascinating tale to tell. And that is now a film. How did you agree to a biopic being made on you? Were you like, okay, someone comes to you and says, we want to do this biopic with you. Were you okay with it, or were you like, why? Isn't it too early?
See, it's a coincidence. It's happened like, Venkat Prabhu is a director from Chennai. So he was childhood friend with my wife because they were living in same street in Aryapuram in Chennai. So I married in Chennai, proposal marriage. So then I have a foundation called Foundation of Goodness. So because people have helped a lot in my cricket career, so I need to do something for them. This organization became very big. See, we have 80 sectors and women empowered to sports to everything, underprivileged everyone to get in them something in life. So 20 years we are doing. So that got very popular in some part of India as well. And Venkat Prabhu came to that with his friends to see how can help a little bit of through this foundation to the people. So he saw my pictures and then he called my manager, and manager had to go to work because childhood friend wanted to meet my wife. So they came home. Then only, he has taken so many movies, like, good movies, and one is called, it's a gully cricket, like, Chennai 28. So it was very big hit in India. So he just asked me whether you want to take a biopic of his. I was reluctant and shy and I didn't want to first place. Then my manager forced me to say, okay, the opportunity is here. Take it because it will help our foundation. They might contribute something to our foundation. People will get help. I agree. That's the way it started because I didn't want it to first place. See, life, everything happens in coincidence. I never thought about it. I never thought about I'll play cricket. Never thought about I will play for Sri Lanka. Never thought about everything coincidentally happened.
So you're saying life flowed for you, which is why your story is so fascinating. Can I, before getting to the other questions, ask you, on last count, my research tells me that you have some 16 records to your name. Correct me if I'm wrong. So why 800 and why not anything else?
Because, see, before I retired, I had the records, all the records. So Test cricket is fascinate me more than any other format because you don't understand. Sometimes I say there is 20-20 cricket, there is 50-over cricket, there is Test cricket. Test cricket is the pinnacle for our generation. Now generation 2020. So
IPL. Now generation IPL only.
So that's it. So for me, it's test. You call me, you're testing yourself. So that is what all about cricket and everything. It teaches your life in the field of cricket, right? It's not going to be easy. 5 days you play, teaches everything. So I had the record. I was 792 wickets. Then I thought I have to give my chances to youngsters because I deprived one spot for 20 years. So how many people would have talented me would have missed it. So I thought, give it, right, I could have continued another 4 or 5 years. I had the age and I had the talent. But I thought, give it to the youngsters, and I choose the right team. The best team at the time was best batting lineup in the world.
India.
Yeah, because you see Sehwag, Gambhir, you know them, no?
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't live on Mars.
Because you have never watched cricket, so that's what I'm
But
asking.
they're so much in advertisements now.
Yeah,
How can you know them from there also?
So he knows like models, not like cricket.
No, as I said, but if you live in this country, you will know all
can't
cricketers.
escape
I mean, unless you're living in Mars.
Sehwag, Gambhir, and then Rahul, Sachin, VVS, Ganguly, Yuvraj, Dhoni, what else you want in that team, right? That kind of a team. I choose in Gaul, right pitch. So I thought, okay, everyone forces me to play all series. Series is 3 matches. Then you will get that 800 wickets. I didn't bother about it. It's a number, I said, and said, okay, if I can get it, I will challenge myself in the last match. So it's a fairy tale. It happened. Right, last ball of the last wicket, I took it. The 800 wickets. So the 800 didn't mean anything to me. For others, it mean a lot. For me, it was nothing. It was a number, right? Then, fortunately, 8 is my lucky number because I was born in 17th of April. So 17, 1, 7, 8. So always I had the jersey 8 number. So 800 number, I was playing for Chennai Super Kings. For 3 years I was played. So they wanted to felicitate me and they gave me, brought me to Chennai at a big function and presented the t-shirt of 800. Then onwards I played T20 cricket, retiring after that. So so 800 became bigger and bigger. Then the film director also thought 800 is the right word. Everyone will know what 800 means morally. So this related to all world will know. All cricketing fraternity will know. If you put 800, that's me. Right? That's the message has gone everywhere. So everything coincident. I told you it happened. So this story is all about cricket is there little bit.
20% cricket, 80% life.
80% life. How to become to get 800? What is the struggle I gone through, and in cricketing wise, and country wise, and family wise. My family how with the civil war went through, and also the country how suffered with the civil war. So it all related in the story. It's not all about cricket. It's being a champion to achieve this landmark. How did I went in life? It's an inspirational story. Everyone who cricket lovers, not only cricket lovers, family, everyone wants to be someone in life. We'll have a good story to understand.
So, I will come to the Civil War and what it meant for a young boy to be growing up in a country that is seeing a civil war, where the young boy comes from the Tamil minority. It couldn't have been easy, but before that, I want to ask you what happened back then in Sri Lanka is something that impacted your film as well, to some degree. I believe Vijay Sethupathi was supposed to play the lead. What happened? He was pressurized to back off, and you in fact encouraged him to back off. Just tell us what happened, because we've just recently seen him in the super hit film Jawan, and I'm just wondering, although right now you can't imagine anyone but Madhur playing you, but I'm just imagining what could have gone wrong.
See, I am born in 1972. This civil war started in slowly, political war started in from 1952 after. That's a history. I have read it. It's right or correct, I don't know, because sometimes they take this little bit of misquote and misquote me, but as my knowledge. So 48 we got independence altogether. Then the separation between the minority and everything had problems. And 70s and 80s, 70s became, 80s became its severe.
I remember.
80s and 90s. So, you know, as a family, as a Tamil, see, it is so different to understand this problem to people from outside. See, we are, my grandfather in 1920s went to Sri Lanka for tea plantation.
The British
took them as a tea plantation. Then after that, we lived there. My parents are born, and I'm also born there. So that's what our history. There is a history thousands of years before Tamils were there. That's called North and East. That's called we call Indian origin Tamil in the tea plantations. We are also big population. So whenever the war, because this politically erupted one, whenever the war goes, right, they get affected from the army, and army and the freedom fighters, they fight and they get affected, innocent people. Same way, if army got the emotionally here they get some people and try to hit us.
Got it.
Right? So like that only the life was little bit frightened for younger days because we don't know when we'll get hammered by the majority people. So that is like a frightened until the war finished. So that's the situation I was living on. So the Vijay Sethupathi incident was, see, I am a Sri Lankan first.
That's what the trailer also. I hear mother mouth those lines.
Yeah, I am a Sri Lankan. I am born in Sri Lanka. I am a Sri Lankan. I am a Tamil. That you don't. I don't have to portray it everywhere. I am a Tamil. I don't have to say that. I am a Hindu. This you can't change, right? See, we are strong Hindus, and we can't change this. So once you get identity from the whole people gave me the fame and everything. Not only one community gave me the support. All communities. So I belong to everyone. I can't take sides of one side or this side. So 2019, after war finished, 10 years after, 2019, see, my brother wanted to contest in election. So he got seat from Rajapakse's party. So he contested. I went and supported him. So that means I don't like politics, but I have to support my brother because that is your brother, right?
Correct.
You have to support. So that becomes, I became a Rajapakse's.
So you became anti-Tamil in some quarters.
Because of my brother, that anti-Tamil. And 2019, in a function, that whenever whoever prime people, everyone calls, we go. One question was asked, like, what do you think about now? How did you feel about when the war finished? I said, when war finished, straight away I said, I'm very happy that nobody dying anymore or gunshot or last 10 years, nothing happened, peace is prevailed. So this happened good. They turned the twist to, I said, the media, you turn the twist and said to them that I told that I was most happiest day in my life was LTT was demolished. That is anti. So this was converted, Tamil political parties, few parties, they like to be famed by some problems to create to their existence.
So what happened with Vijay Sethupathi?
No, just what I'm telling. The two Tamil parties from Tamil Nadu, once this announced, Vijay Sethupathi was announced as he's going to portray me as an actor, they started the problem. He should boycott, he should leave the film. Then some directors, they want to jump in that wagon, right? Everyone wants fame. How you get fame? From some controversy. So Tamil sentiment is more in South India. So they try to win votes from that, supporting the Tamil sentiment to other people. So using as a scapegoat as me, right? So they did that. So they were threatening his family.
Vijay's family.
And Vijay was very adamant he wants to do this movie. He's a strong personality. So I only told him, he had 6 or 7 movies coming. A lot of producers has put money. They might even, because of the pressure, they will pull out. His career will get affected. Because of me, why should another person's career? He's trying to help me to be portrayed me, and he's going to be tarnished. So I told him to amicably said, please don't worry about me. You resign. That's why he said one word, thank you very much, and he left the project. So still in contact. So
lucky for Madhur.
Yes.
The young man from Agra. How did you land the role? And I believe an accident helped.
Yes. So I've been sort of prepping for this since almost 8 years because I had a really bad car crash around 8 years back, which I kind of messed up my elbow. I have a lot of metal inside. I'm like Iron Man, but it bent my arm in sort of a very similar way that Sir's arm is naturally bent.
Yeah, 38% is men.
It's got you into a lot of trouble. But it's given you great records as well. We'll talk about that.
Absolutely.
Let him finish, yeah.
So, obviously once the controversy happened and Vijay Sir had to, unfortunately, step back, unfortunately for me, the film sort of found its way to me. Some things are destiny and meant to be. And so, yeah, this just, I think, had to happen. There's a lot of parallels between Sir's life and my life. He shares his birthday with my mother. We both MM. It just seems like this was something that had to happen. And I know there were some ups and downs, but I think it mirrors Sir's real life in a way. We always say that you could make a film about how we made the film also. So it's been controversial. There's been hiccups along the way, but we're finally here. And I hope people look beyond the controversy and actually go and give the film a chance, because we've made a very honest effort at bringing to life Sir's story.
Did you coach him? Because, there would be some degree of coaching required.
No, not at all. Not at all. Because I met him only once in Leela, before the director said we got him as a lead role. And then I had a brief word, like I said, don't be, just take it chill and be cool. And I said, don't try to copy me, just be yourself. And enjoy just a coffee, and we had a little bit of 15 minutes. Then I left. Then I met him when they're doing the shooting in Kandy, because close to my parents. I came to see my parents. So then I went and saw about 1.5 hours shooting, and then I met him and said hello. Then I met only when Sachin was inaugurating the trailer launch. So that's when that time only I was meeting him, because I haven't done anything to this film. I just gave the rights. Only one thing I asked from the director: it has to be true story.
Don't do masala. Don't do romantic angle.